Alright, why the heck did LEGO make this set so hard to find and so rare? Why did it have such a limited release? It's so freaking good. What is this? Well, this is Lava Beast. This surprisingly rare Bionicle set is really awesome. Plenty of fun play features and great pieces. There's a lot to love. So let's dive in and explore every awesome aspect of this set. And I'll give you some ideas for how you can use those sweet pieces to build your own custom creations. Let's do it. So, Lava Beast, as well as a lot of the other final wave of G2 sets, they were only released in the United States and a few areas of Europe. That's it. The limited release is honestly a tad lame for the final hurrah of Bionicle. On the bright side, if you pick up Lava Beast today, it does make it feel a little extra special. It feels rare, it feels exclusive, you know? And sometimes I think that does add a nice prestige to your LEGO set. Now, Lava Beast, they're one of the members of the Shadow Horde, a group of elemental beasts that has control over storms, earthquakes, or lava. I do love the designs of each and every one of them, but Lava Beast, they just might be my favorite. This mask design, these colors on this rugged texture, it looks like volcanic rock or jagged, sharp stones, the kind of stuff you would see near lava. Merging that with black and trans orange just looks so freaking cool. It's an excellent visualization of his elemental powers. And it's so deliciously evil and so sinister. These colors are the best. Even the print on the torso, how dope does that look? These different shades of yellow and orange, it almost makes it look like it's glowing. Bro, Lava Beast is an actual beast. This set is sick. But the best part, it's gotta be these weapons. Again, just check out these colors. Black and orange has never looked so good. Wow. Down below, at the base of these weapons, we have some gears. Simply rotating these gears, giving them a little twist, the blade can either swing forward or snap back together. It's quite a simple but fun mechanism. And mate, I tell you what, Lava Beast looks incredible, no matter how you pose him with these blades. Either position, it is so easy and effortless to make him look frickin' sick. There is something about a good double-bladed sword. I just love seeing it. And I like how the folded back swords, they kind of look a bit like wings. I don't know if that was really the intention, I don't know why he would be a bird, but perhaps they're more meant to be reminiscent of, say, jagged rocks. Yeah, I could see that. I don't know, maybe that's a push, but it looks cool. Gosh, actually, there's a lot of homages to volcanic rock. It's a good way to highlight his powers. I like that. Oh, and of course, like many of the Bionicle sets that come out in 2016, the waist has a few gears to give you a little bit of waist swivel. Torso articulation, 10 out of 10. That's always a welcome touch. See, man, this is just great. I can't really fault anything about this set. Why? Why, LEGO, did you make this a limited release? That's so lame. Anyway, the set's pretty good. What about the pieces? We're gonna start off with a piece that I haven't actually showcased just yet. It's Tahu's mask. However, it's exclusive because of this marbled trans green at the back. Yeah, they just included this mask with the set. They didn't need to, but I'm glad they did. A builder called My Snail Eats Pizza has used this mask for a custom character. Yeah, the colors of the mask fit in very well with the colors of the body and the weapons. There is something nice about a mask that never really came with a body, and so now you build that body. I guess maybe this is meant to be Tahu's mask, but still, hey, turn this into your own custom characters. That's way more fun. Perhaps you can do the same. Sticking with masks, let's look at Lava Beast's mask, shall we? Take a look at Hellbat by Cam's Lego is on the gram. He's tucked it away here inside the torso. It looks pretty good like this. But actually, guess what? This is a transformer. So this isn't just armor, no, it pops out and becomes a new head. Yo, that is genius. If you're planning on making a bioformer, a transformer, you might need this piece. Over to those beautiful blades. I tell you what, those colors. Oh, I'm a big fan of how Artie Quill has incorporated it onto their revamp of Jalamari. The blade really ties in with this new, darker color scheme. Black and dark red, it's pretty nice. But hey, actually, the orange on the blade ties in with the orange on the mask. It's a perfect pairing. Up next, dark orange Glotorian necks. Well, these are used on Lava Beast's lower legs. I actually really like this. It's a simple but quite effective way of giving him digitigrade legs. Simple, but super effective. But how else can you use them? Hiki, Tower of Stone by Taraga Maxwell, uses it here in the construction of this custom brick-built torso design. It's quite a nice way of injecting just a little bit more dark orange. Dark orange is a great color. If you're building a custom torso, you need some of these Glotorian necks. Ooh, but then let's move over to this lovely printed torso. You know, looking at it here, I've never noticed the hints of green. What an interesting inclusion. I guess it looks nice. Wouldn't have thought they would have put that in though. So Matt Goldberg continues to use this as armor on the torso. But I mean, come on, this is like the cherry on top. The wonderful printing really ties the colors together and makes everything look so nice. Sometimes a good printed piece is all you need to turn a good mock into a great mock. Yeah, this would look nice without the printed torso, but it's just heavenly with it on. And finally, the Gunmetal Shadow Trap piece. You only get one of them in this set, sadly, but still. This creation called Scrapper, built by Scotsguard 30 MOCs, it's using them in a few ways. They look good as hands, posable hands, by the way. And then 2 more of them make up this collar on the neck. 2 great ideas that hopefully can give you some inspiration. Ooh, and yeah, this hand design, it made me realize I forgot to talk about the hands on Lava Beast. It's another very simple and super posable design. Dude, the more I look at this toy, the more I love it. Anyway, that's the parts, that's the set. But what would it look like if we revamped it? Well, this one here is made by Deca Corridera. I'm loving the inclusion of some gunmetal pieces. It looks a bit like some sort of hellish medieval armor. Something you'd see on an enemy in a fantasy video game. The gunmetal just works. In fact, it actually really ties in the jaw on Lava Beast. Now that feels a little bit less out of place and ties in to the rest of the color scheme. You know, hey look, I like the colors on that original set, but seeing gunmetal also included, it feels like it always should have been here. We also got some of these system flame elements. That's very nice. Actually, I like how a lot of the trans orange pieces kind of get more intense as you move up on the mock. Yeah, there's none at the bottom, there's a lot more on the back. It feels reminiscent of an actual, like, volcano, or the lava spewing out of the top. That's a nice touch. Hey, I really like this. I mean, I could keep talking about this, I could keep singing its praises. This set is good. On your way out, be sure to take a look at the links below. The links there will allow you to look at more work from the builders that I featured today. Go and check them out. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Happy building, and bye for now. I remember I found Storm Beast in a Toys R Us when I was on holiday in the US, all the way back in, I think it was 2017. Had to buy this guy on Bricklink. Still, it felt magical finding Storm Beast in person.